Peter. The body is a healing machine, so you're on your way to recovery. Getting things knitting back together. Oop, there's my lavender behind me. Look, still going. Okay. All right, so we're lying down on our backs. Palms up. Taking a moment to just melt into the floor. I'm sure you all have been up for hours, so we're going back to bed here. So just feeling the back side of your body in the ground. Taking a little inventory on how things feel around the pelvis, around the SI joints and back, where your back rests or does not rest on the floor. As your back, that curve in your back is a lordosis, so it gently curves upward. If you have a flat back, that's fine. That's just your neutral back, your neutral spine. Go ahead and put your hands on your rib cage, outer ribs. And take a breath in through your nose gently. Exhale through your nose and gently guide the ribs down towards your hips. So you're just gently pushing the ribs downwards. Slightly tuck your chin. Keep the ribs there. Breathe in. Exhale again, guiding the ribs down a little bit more. Being aware that as those ribs come down, you actually get some lengthening in your neck, your cervical spine. One more breath. And exhale. And that exhalation, pause your breath and gently pull the belly button in without changing your lumbar spine, your lower back position. Keep that there, breathe in. Exhale. So as you drew that belly button in, it stays drawn in as you breathe. So you're engaging your transversus abdominis muscle, which is the deepest muscle of your core. It's the muscle of the month. And it goes around you. Remember that picture I sent? And it attaches in your back. It is your corset. So when the belly button's drawn in, you're not sucking your breath in. You're just drawing that belly button in, but you can talk like I am right now, and you can breathe. Go ahead and bend your knees up, feet are flat. Go ahead and pelvic tilt, flatten your back to the floor. That is a different muscle. Relax. Flatten the back. That's 12 o'clock if there's a clock on our tummies. And when you relax and gently push towards your sacrum and arch your back, that's 6 o'clock. Go to 12 o'clock. Flat back. 6 o'clock. A little arched back. 12 o'clock, and we're going to take it around the circle to the left. That's 3 o'clock. Feel a little pressure in your left back. Then to 6 o'clock, there's your arched back. Around to the right, 9 o'clock, 12. Take it around that circle again. Be intentional as you go through each area of the clock of that circle. This is called a pelvic clock. At your next drive by at 12 o'clock, stop there and reverse. To the right, 6 o'clock. To the left, 3 o'clock. 12 o'clock's flat, to the right, and around. Let's go one more time around, not too fast. Again, you are intentional, trying to get every area of the clock. And stop at 12 o'clock, that's a pelvic tilt. So a lot of abdominal training trains with a pelvic tilt. We are gonna find a pelvic tilt every now and then, but that's not what we're after. Relax, breathe in. Exhale, rib cage down to your pelvis. Don't change your lower back. Draw the belly button in. There's your transversus. That's the muscle we're after. Bring your arms down to your side. So button is in, ribs are down. Tuck your chin. Raise your arms up overhead, but don't let your back change position. And bring the arms down. Bring the arms up. Your eyes could be closed as you sensate what's going on in your body. Sensate. And raise up again. Sensate sounds good. And hold the arms up overhead, hovering above the ground. About 12 inches off the ground. So the weight of your arms is challenging the rib cage. The abdominals attached to the rib cage want to raise up, but you're keeping your ribs reaching down, belly button in, march right hand to left knee, and return, and switch. So again, I like the idea of the eyes closed. Feel what is not going on, and that means no movement in your lower back. It doesn't arch, it doesn't flatten. The belly button's gently drawn in, only 30%, so you're not trying to jam it in. Your chin is slightly tucked, and you're breathing. This is your longest spine when you're longest, long, tall spine when you're engaged in this position. So we are doing a supported march or a supported dying bug because one foot is always touching the ground. Next level, bring one leg up and hold it there, other leg up, and then just gently extend the leg out just a little bit, playing with how much you can control without your back changing position. It could be a very small motion. And if it's still too much, you just go back to the supported dying bug. If anybody feels this in their lower back, if the lower back feels like it's working, that's not the goal. That means the lower back is taking over. You should feel nothing because you're so strong, or you're feeling engagement and fatigue on the front. So as many of you know, I am going to stack exercises because I'm going to challenge our endurance as these core stabilizers work for us all day long. So take a break when you need to, go back a level, or if you just can't stand it and you don't like this exercise, wait and I will change it in a moment. Flex your feet and start to extend, this is the next level, farther out with that leg. Chin is tucked, belly button's drawn in. Remember, if this extension is too much and you feel it in your back, do not do it. Back off to a smaller motion. I had a great question. I have another PT in our clinic who's starting to take these classes so that she can maybe teach it as well. I've had some requests, by the way, to have a 30-minute version of the class. And Becca may actually do that on Mondays. So you may see an email on that. But anyhow, I'll come back to Becca in a second. She had a great question. Let me stack again. Let's lift the head up, eyes between your thighs. Now, this is a curl up, working the abdominal muscles at the front of your neck. If this feels like too much, and you feel it on the back of your neck, support your neck with one hand or both hands, which is harder on the abdominals, by the way, because it's more weight up here that you have to hold. Or don't do the curl up and just keep with the extended dying bug. If you are in that curl up, your tummy doesn't pooch up, you're still drawing it in. And check your breath. Maybe chat a little bit there. Maybe count 1, 2, 3, 4 out loud by yourself, because that means you're exchanging breath. However, I really don't want you, it's not ideal that I'm talking the whole time while I'm doing this, because I want you to think about breath just in and out through your nose softly. All right, let's lower it down. Hands under the thighs, pull it into your chest. That's a rock and roll side to side. And drop the feet down, back to feet standing, knees are bent, feet are hip width apart. Hands go to the pelvis. So you're at the pointy part of your pelvis. Maybe your thumbs are reaching up to your rib cage. Draw the belly button in. Do you feel the muscle contract there? And relax. Draw the belly button in. That's your transversus. Keep the pelvis still. Let's rotate right knee out to the side. Come back to center. So no movement at the pelvis. Left knee out and in. Don't feel like you need to go to end range with each of these. Just the movement off center is challenging your center of gravity. Chin is slightly tucked, 30%. You feel confident with that, add the arms. Arms go up to shoulder level, palms face each other, right arm, right leg out to the side. Standing arm and leg are still, switch sides. Your face is soft, teeth are not touching, but lips are closed. So that we're isolating core stabilizers from your head to your tail without using extraneous muscles like facial muscles. Okay, stop in the middle. Right arm, left leg out to the side, so it's opposite. Come to center, stop. Left arm, right leg out and in. Belly buttons in, switch. Alternate. We're going to come back to this in another position. This is a bent knee fallout with opposite arm. That's not a very exciting name for a exercise. Stop the motion. Bring the arms down. Still engaged in your center. Draw the right knee up to 90 degrees, tabletop. Bring the left knee up to tabletop. Squeeze the legs together. Right leg goes out to the side, not too far. So you're not trying to get to end range. Come to center. Squeeze. Left leg out and in. Squeeze in the center. Right. Left stays still. In. Squeeze. Left. Right stays still. And squeeze. Want to add the arms? Right arm, right leg. It's a little different when your arms aren't helping you. Come to center. Squeeze the palms together. Squeeze the knees together. Left arm, left leg. Squeeze in the center. Your opposite side wants to counterbalance by moving out to the side too, but you got to keep it in the middle. Center, right, center squeeze, left, center squeeze. Stop there. Bring the arms down. Inhale. Exhale, curl up, reach. Extend the right leg out, touch the left leg, and switch. Single leg stretch. So it looks a little bit like our dying bug earlier because we're going to curl up. We just don't have the arms moving up here. We're reaching the arms towards the feet, which is going to help the rib cage reach towards your pelvis to hold you in this curl up. Chin is tucked, eyes between your thighs, belly button drawn in. Single leg kick, this is called. And the next level from here, remember if the neck gets tired, hold it with one hand or don't curl up and just keep up with the leg extension. The bottom leg pulses. Rib cage is reaching to your pelvis to hold you up. Remember to take a break when you need to. One more each side. Come down, grab underneath the knees, roll down. Pull the knees a little bit more into your chest. Your back is going into a flat back. That's great. Just giving it a little stretch. And relax down. Back to feet standing. Hip width apart. Arms at your side. Breathe in. Exhale, pelvic tilt. Flatten the back. Lift the buttocks up just a little bit. And curl back down. So we're going to roll through a pelvic tilt into a bridge, back to neutral spine. Pelvic tilt. Lift the buttocks up. Push into your feet, lift a little higher. And roll back down. Neutral spine. Okay, pelvic tilt. Flat back. Lift up a little bit more. Keep that pelvic tilt. And hold your bridge. And I always want to remind you, this is not a yoga bridge where you're really reaching up here. That's a lot of arch in the back. Keeps me in neutral here, and I have a bit of a pelvic tilt. I'm pulling my tailbone up through my thighs. Maybe you feel a little stretch right here in the thighs because you're opening up your hip flexor as well, the iliopsoas. Ooh, that's a good muscle for muscle of the month. Okay, arms are at your side. Let's take right arm up overhead. Touch if you can. Scissor the arms, right down, left up. Alternate. So I think I told some of you last week that I tore my medial gastrocnemius, which is my medial inside calf muscle, skiing, felt a pop. Yuck, nobody ever wants to feel a pop. It is 75% better, which is great. Because in 2 weeks, we are doing a family trip to Whistler, Canada to go skiing. And oh yeah, so the week of March 1st, I will not be here. I will be out west. But I tell you, I hope I can ski. Stop the motion. Take both arms up at the ceiling. Right arm goes out to the side. Your bridge is still. Bring it up to center. Left arm goes out. Fingers are spread wide. Up to the center. Alternate. Right, up, left, up. Some of you might feel, check your bridge. You're in a pelvic tilt and you're still pushing into your heels. Might feel a stretch into your fingers, maybe your thumb or your wrist, down your arm here. That's your median nerve getting a little glide through the carpal tunnel. Okay, next one up at shoulder level. We're going to take both out to the side and just rest them on the ground. Reach your knees over your toes, holding an isometric bridge. Lift the toes up. Changes, lift your ball of your foot up and see if you can balance on your heels, your calcaneus. A lot of glute and hamstring here. Some people tend to cramp here. As you get stronger, I believe you will cramp less. Lower the ball of your foot down. Keep the toes lifted wide. Spread the toes wide and place them down. Can't see your toes, but see if you can place your pinky toe. Fourth, third, two, and then finally the big toe, your hallux. Inhale. Exhale, slowly curl down from the top of your spine. Feel the rib cage come down slowly through the lumbar spine and neutral spine. Everything's relaxed. Let it go. Take your hand. Hello. Take your hands behind your head. Had a little knock knock there. We're supporting the head. We're going to extend the right leg out. And we're going to curl up. Left elbow to right knee. Feel the left rib cage reach to the right pelvis. If you're not a curl up person, you're taking that left arm and just reaching it. So the shoulders off the bed, off the table, and it still encourages this rib cage to pelvis bias. Okay, we're going to lower the right leg and lift. Lower and lift. Visualize right rib cage. Excuse me, left rib cage, right pelvis. I'm sure you all caught that. Obliques. Help us twist, help us rake, vacuum, shovel, kayak, reach into the cupboard, everything. Okay, hold the leg up, come back to center, lower yourself down, and then come up into a curl up straight up. Rib cage to pelvis. Lower both down, supporting your head, lift up, rib cage to pelvis. So you're not yanking your head, you're just supporting your head. And when you come up, you curl your chin to your chest. There is no jutting the chin to the ceiling. That's a good way to get a headache. Chin to chest, eyes between your thighs as you curl up. I say that because in the olden days, that is how every aerobic instructor taught a crunch. And then we started treating the aerobic instructors for neck pain and headaches. Ouch. Check your breath, that you're just gently still breathing. 2 more. Make them good. Rib cage to pelvis. Visualize that accordion coming together and then lower it down and relax. Reach your right leg long and relax. Bend the knees in. Left side, left leg out straight, foot is flexed, hands back behind your head. We're going to reach right elbow to left knee, hold it there. Lower the leg and lift. Lower and lift. By the way, one who has had carpal tunnel surgery, these nerve glides are a great thing to do right now post-surgery. You're not doing any stress to anything, getting a little glide through the healing process, which is a little scar tissue. And hold the leg up, reach the elbow to the knee a little bit more. Come back to center, holding that leg up. And curl up. Hold it. Rib cage to pelvis. Lower both. And come together. When you come up, there is a tendency for the back to want to flatten. See if you can curl up, drawing the belly button in and bringing rib cage to pelvis without it flattening too much. Okay, 2 more. And last one, we're just going to hold it up for a moment, reach. And lower down. Elbows out to the side, reach your left leg long. And come back in. Let's bring the arms back down. Arms are at your side, palms face down. Draw the button in, neutral spine. Visualize rib cage down, tuck your chin. There's your longest spine. Raise your right knee up to tabletop, 90 degrees. Left knee up, squeeze the legs together. And let's take the legs to the right. Now visualize and pull your belly button towards your left lower back. Come through center, take it to the left. Try to keep the hip down so the hip is not going to raise up off the floor. Alternate. Soft face. Turn your palms up and go ahead and actively, as your legs go side to side, just gently push the backs of your hands into the floor and reach your arms long away from you so that you're not shrugging your shoulders up to your ears. And then take the arms out to the side at about 45 degrees. Still pushing into the ground. Fingers spread wide. And take the arms to 90 degrees at shoulder level. Varying which periscapular muscles are engaging while you're working this gentle twist. And then I'm going to add some movement with the arms. So legs go left. So everybody's on the left. When legs go right, lift the right arm up over to the left. Back down. We're going to stick with that right arm. Now legs are left again. Legs go right, lift the right arm up. Left arm stays down. And come back. So this would be crazy if I tried to switch arms. I think we can all catch up with just one arm. but it's opposite, right? The right arm goes out as the legs go to the left, and then the twist in the center. Keep your left arm on the ground and it's still engaged. It's trying to be glued into the ground. Okay, 2 more with this arm. Okay, come down and let's lower the legs down. We're going to take it into a bridge to open up those hip flexors, which we're just working. Breathe in. Exhale, pelvic tilt, flat back, curl your tailbone up, buttocks up, into the bridge. Opening up the hip flexors. Fingers spread wide. Take your head and gently turn to the right. You might feel a bigger stretch, a nerve stretch down your left arm. Come to the center. Take your head and turn left. Back to center. Inhale. Exhale, curl that spine back down, 1 segment at a time. Coming through your curve, lordosis. There's the pelvis. Everything's relaxed. Not for long. Draw the belly button in, shoulders down, chin tucked. Anybody, when you tuck your chin, relax your head for a moment. Keep your center engaged. Just relax the head. You do a little chin tuck there. Does it give you any sensation into your arms at all? Did it change the sensation? Relax. Chin tuck. I'm getting a little sensation, a little more stretch on my left side. Okay, it's okay. Bend one knee up to tabletop. Other knee up to tabletop. Let's start to rotate again. Right and left. Visualizing belly button pulling into opposite low back. These are obliques. Getting ready for the left arm to be our mover as legs go to the right. It's solid. When legs go left, the left arm reaches over to the right and back. I don't have a name for this exercise. I full on made up this exercise. We'll call this the KCJ twist. You know, watching the Olympics, right? And you watch those snowboarders when they do a backside front 1285, 2960 grab. Those are fun names. And the skiers that are doing that too. My goodness. How about Megan Nick? Did you guys see that? Shelburne, Vermont, Megan Nick, bronze medal in the aerial skiing. Former gymnastic teammate of Jessie's, my daughter. Yay! So awesome. Okay, 2 more. And she's such a nice kid. Well, she's 25. Is she still a kid? Yes. Okay, left arm to the side. Drop the feet back down. Inhale. Exhale, we're going to bridge up again. And hold your bridge. Adding arms here. We're going to do arms and then legs. Let's lift the right heel up and down. Sorry, we're going to do legs and then arms. Left heel up and down. So you're marching, alternating heel lifts. So you're going up on the ball of your foot. Your goal is to keep the pelvis steady without falling. That's level 1. Level 2 is a march. And I never want this march very fast. So we're all going to be at a different pace if one's doing a heel lift and one's doing a march. Because I want you, if you're marching, to be intentional when you get up there that you stop for just a second. Backs of your hands are gently pushing into the ground. And then adding the arms, left leg lifts, right arm touches the knee, returns, and switch. Moving in opposites, that's how we walk. Opposite arm and leg. Take it slow. Chin is slightly tucked. Okay, last one. Left hand to right knee. And it returns. Take your arms up overhead. Reach them long. Reach your knees over your toes. Inhale. Exhale. Curl down. Your arms, you start to feel your arms slightly come up. Try to stop in the bridge at your pelvic tilt. Tilt, you're going to point your toes in. Heels are going to go out. Squeeze your knees together. You're still in a pelvic tilt. So you're toed in, heels are out, knees are squeezing together. Right arm reaches up overhead like someone's pulling you on a stretcher. Relax, left arm stretchers up. And relax, let's switch it again. And left arm. And relax, relax the knees, bring the feet back into alignment. Arms come down to your side. We're going to turn, lie on your right side. And let's have knees up at 90 degrees. Hand is on the floor or on your hips. Your head is supported in your hands or on a pillow. Draw the belly button in. Rotate left knee up into a clamshell. Toes are touching. Rotate down. Lifting up. Hips stay forward. They don't move. And down. Warming up that rotator cuff of your deep buttock, hip muscles. So I started the Lincoln Highway. Oh my gosh, first paragraph in. Totally in. What a beautiful setting and how this guy can set the stage on this book. I can see how you're going to fall in love with every character. And I was reading it last night and I read this sentence. Hold on, I need to switch exercises before I get into my story. Extend the legs long. Let's make sure you're in a vertical position so your legs aren't slightly in front of you, but they're in line. Look down, just see your toes. Draw the belly button in. Lift left leg up, keeping the foot parallel to the ground and lower. Up and down here. I read this sentence. I'm going to see if I can pronounce this word for you. The way I read it in my brain was absatively, absative. Anyhow, the word is absatively, right? But I pronounced it funny in my head, and I'm like, what is that word, absatively? Look it up in my phone, Webster's. There's no absatively in the dictionary, but it is in the Urban Dictionary of absolutely and positively put together, right? And I'm like, oh, right. Okay, hold the leg up. Bring it slightly forward, heel to toe. Up to the point, slightly back, toe to heel. Draw the legs of a triangle. Forward, up to the point, which is in line with your body, slightly behind you. Up and forward. This is absolutely the best exercise for your gluteus medius. Big shock absorber in your hip. Supports your hip, your knee, your foot, your back, and your opposite shoulder. So much responsibility. Absolutely a great muscle. You know, when you learn a new word, you should practice using it in a sentence. There we go. Okay, up to the point. Bring it down. Reach the leg long. Foot is flexed. Outward hip circle. It's not a big circle. And stop the motion. Reverse. My daughter Jessie is having me read Love in the Time of Cholera, maybe? She thinks it's the best book she's ever read. So I'm kind of going back and forth between the two. We'll see. Stop the motion, reach the leg long, bring the knee into your chest, extend it long. This is one of those exercises that the hip does get tired. So take a break when you need to. Now I'm going to go out I'm going to lift the leg up, down, bring it in. No movement in your trunk. Oops, I forgot my up, down. Out, up, down, into chest. Out, up, down, in. Feel that muscle right there? Gluteus medius, future muscle of the month too. So many good ones. You can imagine when I was a biology major and I took human anatomy, I was in, done. Got to do something with the human body. It's so cool. Okay, stop the motion, bend the knee, put the foot to the ground, rotate that left knee up and reach the right leg up off the ground and long. Feel like you're reaching the right leg towards the far wall. Lower and lift. Adductors. Adductors on the right while the trunk is stable. Pull the leg up. Give it a pulse. Speaking of words, I did read in something recently, New York Times maybe, that years ago to get a new word in the dictionary, it took like 15 or 20 years. We're down to 11 and less. Hold it up because of all the new slang. Isometric right adductor and lower down. Bend the knees in, back up to 90 degrees. Reach the left arm forward at shoulder level and slowly rotate out. My right hand is supporting my head and neck as I slowly open the book, bringing that left arm out, opening that chest wall, that nerve, big twist, and go ahead and turn to your back. Let's bring the arms to your side. We're going to do a bridge here. Walk the feet in. Breathe in. Exhale. Don't pelvic tilt, but lift the pelvis up as a unit so it stays in neutral the whole time. Okay. Toes are spread wide. Hold your bridge. Reach your arms towards your heels, hovering above the ground, palms face into your body. And reach up at thigh level towards the knees. Now the palms are face down and slap the water. So that's going to challenge your stable bridge. Your glutes are trying to engage to hold you steady. Push into your heels, squeeze your glutes together. I almost said your boots together. Your boot glutes. Now stop the motion. Turn the palms, face the thighs. Take the right arm only and just go in and out here. Oh, so that's just going to challenge you in a different plane of movement. Hips are still. And stop. Left arm, out and in. Stop. Breathe in. Exhale. Lower your pelvis down as a unit. See if you can land in neutral spine, your individual neutral spine. Turn the body to the left side. Left side line. Knees are bent up. 90 degrees. Stack the knees and the feet. Draw the belly button in. You can just see that. So there's me doing nothing, right? And then whoop, there it is, pulled in. Not sucking it in, just gently drawing it in. Rotate up and down. Okay, 2 more, and there's our little warm up for the right hip rotators. Lower down, extend the legs out straight, feet are flexed. Check that you just see your toes. Because remember, the body wants to cheat and everything wants to be out here because we're stronger there in alignment. Hand position on the floor or the hips, feet flexed, leg lift up. I should remind you when your feet are flexed, it feels as if you're weight bearing through just the pinky side of your left foot here, which actually works some muscles around the ankle there too. The peroneals that support and prevent ankle sprains. So right foot is parallel to the ground, toes are facing forward. Feel as if you're lifting with the right heel towards the ceiling, because the other compensation is the foot wants to turn up to the ceiling so that we overuse that hip flexor versus the glute medius here. Okay, next one up, hold it at the top. Here's our triangle. Lower the leg slightly forward, heel to toe, up to the point, in line with the body, slightly back, up, forward, up. If you want to, if it's too unstable, have one hand in front on the floor or up on your hip to challenge the stability. Okay, next one up at the top. Lower the leg to hip level, reach it long, outward, hip circles. Slow. I love it. I can see those legs. They all just slowed down. Good job. Stop the motion, reverse directions. I can't see all the legs, but I can see a bunch of them. And stop. This is where the knee is going to come into the chest. Slim back, lift up, down, knee to chest, back, up, down. So in Pilates, we are working around the world. We're working front side, back side, and side sides to support our center of gravity. Front side is typically abdominals. Sides that we're on now, glute med, and the back side would be the glutes. Stop the motion, bend the knees of that right knee, put the foot down and rotate up. Leg lift up, not just the glute on the back side, but also the periscapular muscles between your shoulder blades. Okay, lower and lift. Think about reaching that left leg long and away from you. Just visualize it. Try to reach it a bit. And hold the leg up. Give it a little pulse there. And reach it up a bit more. Lower down. Bend the knees in. Back to 90 degrees. Reach the right arm forward. Rotating slowly out to the side. Support your head with your other arm. Oh, fingers are spread wide. We're not going to lie down on our backs here. We're going to close the book. And going around the world, we're going to go to hands and knees. Or if you should not be up on your hands right now, you're on your forearms. And some should not be up on their hands right now, but others, it's just too painful on the wrist. So the other option is to be on your forearms. And some might be actually leaning against the bed on their forearms in a kind of a plank position. You all know who you are. I am realizing that my new, oh wait, here we go. Okay, fingers are spread wide. And let's inhale down, look up, back sinks down, exhale, round out. So if you're on forearms, you can still do a cat and cow in this position. So each exhalation here, rounding out as much as you can. Inhalation, shoulder blades glide down your back. Exhalation, shoulder blades widen. And then everybody comes to neutral spine, flat back. Be aware of your neck. The back of your head is lifted to the ceiling. Chin is slightly tucked. Belly button's drawn in. Let's go ahead and extend the right leg out behind you. Hold it there. If you feel comfortable, you're going to lift the opposite arm. And this can be done still on your forearms. Hold it steady. And come down, flat back, switch sides. Left leg, hold it, squeeze the buttock. Right arm, hold. And come down and switch and together. Lift opposite arm and leg. Come down and switch. Flat back, chin slightly tucked, eyes between your thumbs or where your thumbs would have been if one is lifted. Switch sides. And switch again. Okay, everybody's going to come down to their forearms, fingers spread wide. Check your neutral position. Your eyes are now kind of between your forearms, not at your thumbs, right? So your head is not extended looking up. Belly button's drawn in. Lift the right leg up. Draw a small circle. And stop. Reverse. And stop. Bring that leg down. If you want to, we're going to step back into a plank, either on your toes or on your knees. Step back and hold it. Oh, I can do that this week. That's great. Couldn't do it last week because of that calf. Holding your plank. Push into your elbows. Belly button's drawn in. You're breathing. And come down. Right knee in. Left leg up. Hip circles. And stop. Reverse. And stop. Next plank, second plank. Bring the leg down. Step out. Hold your plank. Add movement if you want to. Forward and back on your toes. Belly button's drawn upwards and in towards the spine. And stop. Bring both knees in, toes together, knees wide, and stretch out into a child's pose. And let's come up to sitting. Bring the legs around. So the other thing in Pilates is as follows. Child development. Sometimes I start in standing and then I sit. Today we really kind of did it where you start lying down on your back as babies, learning how to, move and to develop abdominals, rolling to your side, coming to your hands and knees, come into sitting. Draw the belly button in, shoulder blades down, feel your sits bones, arms forward. We're going to inhale partway down, chin to chest. There's your sacrum. Exhale, pull yourself tall, sits bones. Inhale down. Exhale, curl up. Add a leg extension. Right leg out and in. Left leg out. Ooh, there's the sun. And in. Your face is soft. We are working a different abdominal muscles. Definitely the rectus abdominis here. There's your six-pack muscle. Six-pack. Yeah. Shoulder blades are down so they're not shrugging up to your ears. Okay, last one. and come up tall. Find those sits bones, extend the left leg out, right comes in, cross it over, and let's gently turn to the right. Pulling that left, right knee to left armpit. Flex the left heel, toes to nose. Keep your spine tall so you're not caving in on your back. I hope you all feel much taller today after all of this lengthening. And come through center, extend the leg out, bring the left leg in tall, cross over and turn. Flex the right foot. And come back through. You know, both legs forward. Inhale tall. Exhale, tuck your chin to your chest. Walk forward into a forward bend. Stop at your area of tension in your back or your legs. Tuck your chin, gets a little tighter. Breathe in, expand your back. Exhale, draw the belly button in. Exhale, all the air out. Inhale to the back side of your body. Exhale. And slowly curl on up. If you are comfortable coming into a cross-legged position, great. If not, you could have your legs out here. I have a little trouble with my right hip, which has been bugging me lately, but felt good in the pool last night. Let's get tall. Let's see if I can get a little stretch out of it. We're going to bring the arms out to the side. We're going to bring the arms up overhead, clasp the hands, push them up and reach up to the ceiling. Side bend to the right, keeping your left hip on the floor. Inhale, come tall. Side bend to the left. Okay, we're going to come back up. We're going to drop the right arm down to the floor, reach the left to the ceiling, and then really reach it over. Keep your left knee, left hip on the floor so that you get an extra stretch through that rib cage. Reach, reach, reach that left arm over and come up. Let's switch sides. Right reaches, right knee and hip stay reaching towards the floor. And come up tall with both hands. You're going to turn to the left, right hand comes down in front, left hand goes behind you, and lift tall and look to the left. And come straight up to the top again. Turn to the right, left hand in front, right and back. Tall spine, look over to the right. Your belly button has to be here to be in a tall spine, right? And lift up and come down. We're going to stop there. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for being my Easter surprise of lots of eggs in class today.
Thank you.
All righty, you're welcome.